when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adanna Combie, and we continue conversations this morning, and we head on over to conversations about a play. Love is a Walk. And we're speaking with Richard Ragoobarsingh. He's a producer and director, as well as Zomari Tanka, an actress, and Nicholas Subero, an actor in the same play. And before we even start this conversation, I'm looking at the flyer and the love. I like the play on the word love there and how it is done in two parts. So I'm hoping someone of them can tell me exactly what that exactly means. Not that flyer. Let's show the flyer with there are 7 actors on that flyer. Yes, that's the one where we have love in 2 parts and it's held together by 2 pins. So let's get the conversation started this morning. Good morning and welcome to our program this morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Adanna. Yeah. And thanks so much for having us. Yeah. I suppose the safety pin holding the LO and the VE together is indicative of the walk that love is. And sometimes it can be a patchwork of all manner of challenges to make it work. And sometimes it's working by the bare thread, but it's still working. And so I suppose it's symbolic of what's in the play in a sense, because in the play, you have 3 completely different couples that end up in Tobago for a long weekend from Trinidad. I think one is based in Tobago. And so these 3 couples end up in a Tobago house, vacation house, and it's what transpires over the period of a week in that Tobago house. But it doesn't even make the week. And so you see the variety of couples. And I suppose, Adanna, when you come to the play, you will understand why that safety pin is there.
I am certain because I know just the theme alone, as you mentioned, that love is a walk, it really does take work because sometimes when we celebrate people who have anniversaries, like for instance, I think last week we celebrated someone with 29 years of wedding anniversary. And I mentioned how much work must have gone into it because of the challenges in our daily lives and different personalities and, different dreams and goals. So I'm certain that, of course, it would be a lot of work. And I'm longing to see how it will play out, how it will roll out in this play. So tell us a little bit about you told us briefly that they're coming from Trinidad to Tobago. There's a couple already in Tobago and there's 2 couples coming and they're staying in a house for a week. Tell us a little bit of what we can expect from these couples, their interaction while they're staying in this house together.
Well, I suppose Zomari is my wife in the play. Nicholas is one of the partners of the love interest of another lady. I'm trying so hard not to give away too much. But I suppose Zo and Nicholas, you all can weigh in on what the plot is about without giving away too much.
Nicholas, take it away.
All right. Without saying too much, I'll speak a little bit about my character and some of his motivations. He's a young and supposedly attractive guy in the in the play, and he's someone who uses what he has available to him in his body and looks to be quite opportunistic and move forward in life. And there are some female characters who are all but too willing to accept what he's offering for the things that he'd like to have.
This sounds so very much like our culture, What I like about it is the fact that we can bring everyday life, things that actually happen that people don't really talk about, they kind of want to hide because maybe it's not the popular thing. And so we're seeing it on a stage now. And based on what you said, Nicholas, clearly we can see that these are things that do happen. And culturally, we can bring it out on that stage so that we can actually enjoy. And what I think will happen is that people can identify with things that they might have seen or know about that is kind of hush-hush or the little gossip in the group chat thereabouts, So I really am already excited to see how this rolls out in this space when it takes place, what is taking place this weekend, I think.
Show up Park, yes. On Saturday, the 8th of June at Shore Park, 8:30 p.m. So
Yeah,
get your
you
tickets
catch.
and get there. And Adani really gave a good, uh, made a good point there in terms of it being relatable to the audience, extremely relatable. So people have said this, in terms of social media feedback. They have said, hey, this has happened to me already. Many people have come several times to see it. So it really is something that is enjoyable, it's relatable, it's entertaining, and you get to see several couples interaction on stage, and just we really take the audience along for the ride.
And how has it been in terms of preparing, your rehearsals, getting ready to come across to Tobago? What has it been like in terms of getting the whole cast together, preparations? Are you excited? What has been happening on your end?
Oh, I think the cast is super excited. There's a lot of chat because, of course, we have a WhatsApp group for the play, and they
Yes,
love the idea of going to Tobago. Of course, we came to
Of
Tobago
course.
last year. I think it was. Was it last year, Zoe?
yeah, it was
Um,
last year around this time
and we-
actually that we
yeah,
did
we
this little
with
piggy is
this
tired
little
at Show
piggy is
Park.
tired.
Yes.
So that was our first foray in and at first showing at Shore Park because we had never been to Shore Park before. And I mean, and the crew and people and the administration of Shore Park were magnificent in accommodating us. And of course they are equally magnificent this time around. But the cast is super excited. I can't even explain to you how excited they are. There's already chatter in the group about, because a lot of the cast is coming in from tomorrow, and we'll be hanging around Tobago tomorrow night, in terms of promoting the play and stuff. But Adana, the thing about this play, and Zoe touched on it, that so many people have come, and so many people have come multiple times. If people have seen this play 2 and 3 times, and besides being hysterically funny from start to finish, I mean, from the time the play starts, it's funny, to the conclusion, it's funny. At the end of the play, you're still laughing. So many people relate to it. It's many
Yeah.
times you have plays, and there is just something that touches a play that makes it magical in terms of the audience's experience. This is one of those plays. I mean, the response
It
in
is.
Trinidad has been fantastic. I mean, we've had sold out houses at Queen's Hall, Cipriani College,
Central
Sapa
Bank.
in San Fernando. And I mean, and we have gone back, and Central Bank Auditorium, and we have
Mm.
gone back to these theaters. Some of these theaters we've done twice. And usually in known plays, we don't necessarily do that. But the response and the word of mouth has been spectacular for this play. Love is a Walk. I mean, it has been
Really has.
unbelievable. And it's one of those plays that the cast actually loves what you're doing. We love going on stage. You're excited to go on
We
stage for
do.
this play because the characters are
We
so
do.
colorful. The synergy between the different
The
couples, what's
interactions,
happening, the
yes,
bacchanal, who knows who knows
yes.
what is going on, and what is happening behind somebody's back. Life, no, Dana, a
That's
life.
Life,
right.
yes, exactly.
That's right. And I'm feeling, and you're saying that the cast, they are excited to come. And if I didn't know and I didn't believe, just by the way you are expressing it, I can tell if you're a representation of the cast that they are very excited to come across. And of
We
course, you
are.
mentioned the word bacchanal, and that is part of how we express ourselves in our culture here in Trinidad and Tobago. So I know that I can expect something. And I know you have been around, you've been on the scene for a very long time. So I expect that it will be, well delivered. What has the feedback been like from the Tobago audience so far?
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of interest, and I mean Tobagonians from the time the play started and word of mouth started to spread about this play.
Yeah.
We have quite, and from our Facebook page, our social media presence, RSRR Productions Theatre, you had a lot of people starting to say, "I hope all are coming to Tobago. I hope all are coming to Tobago. Don't leave Tobago out." All of these kinds of comments. So we had interest even before we decided we were coming to Tobago. For sure, we had interest from people on our social media presence. From our social media presence, people from Tobago were saying, "We hope all they come in. Don't do us this. Do not come because we need to see this play." So and of course that's translating in terms of the outlets that are selling tickets. Of course, tickets are available at Shore Park Complex itself, also at Beverly's Oasis in Lowlands, Asher's Cocktail Lounge in Crown Point, and Marcelin's Car Rentals in Crown Point. So we have those out, and Pablo's Supermarket in Roxborough. Roxborough, we're not leaving you all out. I mean, Pablo's was one of our biggest areas for sales last time we were there for this little piggy stand. So we have tickets at all of those outlets, and the response so far has been phenomenal. I mean, I just tell you, you know, when you have this excitement and vibe that, oh my God, this is going to be a fantastic weekend. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for our listening and viewing audience, just in case you don't have your ticket yet, you have your ticket outlets there. It's $200 I saw on the flyer for general admission. I think, is it $250 at the door?
$250 reserved.
Reserve
So
or
200
reserved?
general and $250 reserved. Yeah.
Yes, and you
Right.
can also find
So
more
in
information on the RSRR Theatre social media pages. You can see the full flyer information, also options to pay online as well for your convenience.
Absolutely.
Actually, we have quite a few
amazing.
sales taking place online. Quite a few
Yeah.
people are buying the tickets online.
That's amazing. Make it more accessible. In closing, is there anything that you want to share or shout to our audience this morning to remind them and encourage them to come out to participate and enjoy your delivery on this play on Saturday?
What? I mean, I suppose each person can say what they want. You know what I would say, Adanna? Many times there's some people who have never seen a live play in their life. This is the perfect start to your theater experiences. Trust me. After you come to this play, you will not miss another play wherever it is held because it is that magnetic. So don't miss out. Don't not come and then hear, oh my God, the play was fantastic by people who went, and you hear the word of mouth and say, oh Lord, I should have come. Don't make that happen to you. Trust me, that is going to happen. Trust me, that is going to happen. I tell you, the word of mouth. You can check RSRR Productions theater page and you will see the fantastic word of mouth this play has. I'm not even remotely exaggerating.
I can imagine. I can just imagine. Anybody else wants to share?
I just want to say that we're. Oh, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
As a reflection of some real life scenarios, this production affords you the opportunity to, when you're in the middle of a piece of bacchanal, sometimes you don't get to see that there's some beauty involved, that there's some humor involved, that during certain hardships and relationships, there's a reminder that there is love inside of there. And being in the audience affords you the opportunity to look in on some situations you might have been a part of and realize that love plays a big role, and that some of those things are funny, and that there are some beautiful moments inside of the bacchanal that's making you sweat.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Absolutely. I just want to, really add to that and just to hone in on the fact, or to just reiterate the fact that it really is entertaining. I think based on what Richard and Nicholas said, you're really getting to see several scenarios, people who are complex characters, people who just want to be happy, people who want to really be in love. So you really do get to sort of experience that and go along with that journey. And Tobago, we are so ready. We are excited. We are, we have been doing the work, and we're ready to come and give you a fantastic performance. So, as Richard said, don't miss out on this awesome experience to come to Shore Park and laugh from beginning to end, and after that, when you're talking to your friends and family about it.
And I like the part you said, and after that, because of course they'll talk about it. There'll be a synopsis. People will be saying, did you go? Did you see this? What was the most entertaining part for you? And so, of course, we want to wish you the very best. And of course, taking place this Saturday, 8 June at Shore Park Complex from 8:30 p.m. So if you don't have your tickets, now is the perfect opportunity to get your tickets. You can purchase them online if you visit the RSRR Production social media pages, as well as the box office in Shore Park and the other longer list of merchants who have the tickets available there as well this Saturday. Make this, as Richard said, make this your first theater experience. Come on out and, celebrate your weekend with laughter as we talk about Love is a Walk. Thank you there. We've been speaking to some of the cast members of Love is a Walk taking place this Saturday. So come on out. Thank you guys so much for coming this morning, and of course for bringing the information and stirring up the audience to come out and participate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go for a short break before we continue conversations this morning. And before we go for a break, we invite you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.